would say that Canon's SX20 IS continues its long line, just like its predecessors, the SX10, the SX1, which is a little bit, that's a DSLR light camera with a CMOS sensor. That's a current generation camera, but even going back to the S3 IS, the S5 IS, the S1 IS, these cameras are all very, very sturdy built, very high quality construction, and you know, I don't know where this person was coming from. I'm sorry, you know, to say it, but the Panasonic super zoom cameras like the FC28, FC35, and FC38 feel completely cheap compared to the SX20 IS and any of the other super zooms from Canon. Now, with that being said, that Lumix FC28 that I had, you guys know that have been watching my channel, that I put it through a ton of abuse. I rammed the thing into a brick and scratched the lens, for crying out loud. I'm not so sure that this Canon could take that. You know, the lens might have cracked or something. You know, I don't know that much about Canon's lenses, to tell you the truth. You know, Canon, with Panasonic, the advantage was more about having the Leica zoom lens that, you know, Panasonic pairs with their camera. It's a very good lens, very tough and very high quality. With Canon, it's less about the lens and more about the quality of the electronics. That includes, you know, of course, the audio and in-camera processing and post-processing that it does. You know, so each camera has their different advantages, but I have to say, by far, the SX20 IS is, you know, stellar. With that being said, the FC35 and FC38, the current generation super zooms from Panasonic, have moved to recording using the ABC Lite codec, just like the Canon Powershot SX20 IS, and they do record in stereo sound now. The microphones do not look nearly as distinct on the camera. They're just two little holes basically on either side of the camera, whereas the Canon Powershot SX20 IS has very distinct microphones. Each microphone has like 12 holes and a little grill and an inset grill on the camera, and I can't help but think that that makes for a much better sound and much better stereo separation when it comes to audio. The one thing that you know, aside from that little focus issue, autofocus issue that I mentioned earlier, the only other caveat that I can mention with the SX20 IS and those people who are looking to purchase it is that it does not, out of the box, feature RAW support. It will not record images in RAW format. Now, there is some third-party firmware. Those of you who are familiar with Canon cameras know about CHDK, which is a third-party firmware. Or it's not really firmware because it doesn't override anything in the camera software itself. It's more like an addition to the camera. And with that third-party firmware addition, you can have the camera record RAW images, which is very, very nice. I'm not sure why Canon didn't choose to include this ability in a $400 camera. It's very puzzling. And with that being said, the Panasonic Lumix FZ28, FC35, FC38, and FZ18, all the previous predecessors, have all had the ability to snap RAW images. It's very, very confusing. And not only that, but Canon has further neutered the SX20 IS by including only normal quality pictures and low quality pictures in the options. Whereas used to you would have super fine, fine, and normal. Now you have normal and fine instead of, and there is no super fine option. This is puzzling, and I'm not. The jury is still out with me and with a lot of the other camera enthusiasts as to whether Canon has indeed lowered the quality, or whether they've just made the super fine option, you know, just kind of blended it into the fine option, and that's the quality you get with fine images is what used to be super fine. With that being said, I haven't noticed any increase in JPEG artifacts with the camera. The camera takes completely crystal clear pictures. It's actually quite amazing. It does tend to suffer in low light situations, but no more so than any other camera. In fact, it performs a little better than most super zoom cameras in low light situations. In low light situations, you'll see cameras like the FC28 and FC35 and FC38. You'll see that they do some post processing to the image so that it's less noisy, but a lot of the details are gone. Canon has decided not to post process the image or video if you're shooting video in any way, and so what you end up getting is a noisier picture in low light situations and high ISO shooting, but all those details are still there. None of the details have been blurred away. This leaves you, you know, free to do your own post processing with your own software. You know, like I said, if the camera recorded raw images, that would even be better. But you know, it still does a stellar job. So I better wind this up. This is going to be a two-part video for sure, and this is not even the full review. So hopefully this will whet your appetites a little bit. And you know, I don't want to rush to review any. I want to give it some time, maybe another week or so. Do some more shooting and shoot some example footage worthy of the review, and have time to compile it all and do something good. So bear with me. Keep watching my blog, because when I'm not reviewing the camera, I'm shooting with it. So you know, the best way to other than watching an actual review of the camera is to watch someone actually using it and watch the footage that's being shot with it. So yeah. So again, this is Jason Holden from www.GameBeatDotNet and from www.noxtech.com. You can also find me on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is noxtech.com, all spelled out. That is NOXTEKDOTCOM. But if you go to www.noxtech.com, the actual website, it forwards you right to my YouTube page. So either way, you can find me very easy. You can email me at jason@gmail.com. Actually, that's jholton@gmail.com or jason@noxtech.com. Either of those email addresses go directly to the same spot, so you can use them and contact me. Be happy to hear from you. Be happy to see your comments on this video. And, you know, constructive criticism is always welcome. Be an ass and you'll be blocked and your comment will be deleted. Hate to have to keep mentioning that, but it seems like I've had a lot of trouble here lately with little kiddos getting on YouTube and just, you know, being smartasses. So, you know, I won't tolerate it. That's the beauty of YouTube. You don't have to. So, we'll catch you guys later. Look forward to the review coming in another week or so.